Welcome back to part 2 of my wig sales video. It's time to prep and sell more wigs. This is what the back of a wig looks like. I just installed this wig ready for probably 5 days of wear, and I always normally leave it just down, but it is quite hot at the moment, so I kind of want to see what a half up look like. Let's figure it out. I have a hot comb and the sky is gray. This is the wig that a few weeks ago I swam in. I released the photos of that shoot on Instagram plus the behind the scenes video, but I got a lot of comments asking me what happens to a wig if you swim in it, especially salt water. Nothing. Technically nothing. You can swim in a wig. It's just that if you don't glue it down, it'll also just float away from you. Normally I like a voluminous look on my wigs, but today I kind of want to go for sleek-ish being the best word to use. I don't use a hot comb that often because I don't really know how to use it. I think we see the difference. Guys, this is smooth. Okay, tiny. Hi and welcome back to part 2 of selling every single one of my wigs. In my first week selling videos, I went through every single one of the wigs that I have collected over a 10-year span, some of which I'm keeping, but most of which I no longer use and hence believe it can be much better used in someone else's hands. I ended up prepping a large chunk of my collection in my last video, but it turns out I have a significant amount of wigs that still need some final TLC touches before I can ship them out to whoever wants them. Answering some very quick FAQs before jumping right into the wig styling part. Yes, all of the wigs are human hair. Yes, you can rewear secondhand wigs, just make sure they are clean, and by that I mean buy it from a reputable seller. In my case, today I'm going to be going through every single wig with a thorough wash and also rubbing alcohol all over the inside to kill anything that there might be on the wig. No, lice and or other hair diseases do not live on the inside of wigs. Anything that does still remain on the wig is effectively killed when just washed in hot water and with rubbing alcohol. Surgical spirit. Why am I selling them now? Because I need the space. I store all of my wigs on this wig wall behind, and I kind of want to create a bunch of new collections for my own brand, and also this is where I accept clients into my studio, so I kind of need the space. Why should you buy a secondhand wig versus a brand new wig? They are cheaper. It is a low cost, low risk purchase if you're just getting started in wigs. It can be great if you want to go into cosplay. Maybe you just want to buy one of my secondhand wigs. Reasons why not to buy a secondhand wig: they are used, they are pre-cut, meaning they might not fit you exactly, so if you're looking for longevity and long wear wigs, this might not be the best for you. You can't return them because it's a secondhand wig and all sales are final. Now that that's all done, let's see what the hell I have left in the back of my studio. Welcome back to part 2 of my wig sales video. And it's time to prep and sell more wigs. So these are all of the wigs that I have already washed, styled, and prepped on the mannequin head. These are ones that are literally ready to be sold. For every single wig that is ready for sale, I make sure that they are very thoroughly washed, and then I give them a very light styling before placing them on the mannequin head. Look at this one. This is my periwinkle wig that I showed you in the last video. It is washed, and as you can see, it has the most gorgeous like light wave texture. It is so gorgeous, and even the way the color is fading, I am so excited to put this on the market because I think this could be such a gorgeous wig for anyone either looking for their dream hair color without the stress, or else for cosplay or any other sort of... I have all of those right there that need to be washed completely, and then I want to show you an extremely primitive way of drying them, which yes is literally what you see: a clothing rack dripping into a drip bucket. I swear this is how the professionals do it. The wig install. This is what a wig looks like up close, by the way. I have a lot of people who are interested into getting into wigs, but they're like, what if it looks like a wig? Yes, a wig is going to look like a wig. We're not going into television here. Okay, television wigs can look like real human hair, but that is their job. For us, however, we are the layperson. So the wig is gonna look like a wig. Fine, it's an accessory. If you're like me, you might also have hair, so we're not wearing a wig because we don't have hair, although that could be the case for you. In my case, however, I don't care if it looks like a wig. So that's that, but that doesn't mean we're not gonna do our damned hardest to like lay it down and like it looks pretty realistic. Thank you. I bring you light. Okay, so a lot of these wigs are dirty simply because they have glue on the inside of the lace. This is a product that I sell. Spoiler. What we're going to do is we're going to take this product and spray it all on the inside of this hairline, coating it so that it can start to break down the glue. You will need to be rather generous with this product because this glue would have solidified by this point. We're just gonna coat it and then let it sit for a few minutes to try to start soften up this glue. That's it. Most of these wigs don't even need glue removal, or if they do, it's gonna be rather minor. I'm sorry to whoever is going to get this wig. Not sorry, it's actually a really expensive wig base. Like, I'm actually very sad that I did this to this wig because the base that it's built on was at one point very expensive. But this is a medical grade wig, meaning it's got a silicone strip over here to increase the durability of this. The one downside of wigs like this, and why I will never release a wig like this, it doesn't look realistic. Look how bulky that looks. And because it's got this silicone strip, you're always going to have this like separation right there. Like when you look at my wig, it kind of goes from skin, and then there's this like feather zone, and then it blends into true hair. This is just line and then hair because of this strip that is over here. And then especially on the sides, it just looks bulky. So I don't like this. I think this one is clean, just a bit right here. Yeah, that's it. I recently started posting a lot more wig content on both my Instagram and my TikTok, and I started gathering a brand new audience who have previously never really seen wigs. I think a lot of us have this idea of what wigs might be or what wigs might look like, especially when it comes to wigs used in a medical setting, when the reality is that wigs are actually used far more diversely than in the medical community. And I make a series of videos exposing celebrities, movies, and TV shows that use wigs very, very, very regularly. Like, I promise you, every single TV or movie show that you have ever watched has wigs. They're just done so naturally, or with the exception of The Help, which had some of the worst wigs ever in TV history. I don't know what the hell happened in 2012, but that was not good. But they are done so naturally that a lot of the times the general public genuinely does not know that they're wigs. The point is, wigs are used so much more frequently than we think, and there is this taboo or stigma, even though there actually really shouldn't be, because they're very, very, very diverse. Another misconception is that all wigs are the same, and that is very not true. Aside from the fact that wigs will come in very different price points, and the different price points usually relate to the type of hair used and the construction used, but then there are also very much different categories and reasons for why and how a person might wear a wig. Cosplay wigs are traditionally always synthetic. They can be cheaper sometimes. Do not be surprised, however, if certain cosplay wigs, despite being synthetic, can be still in the thousands because they be so intricate or meticulously created. Even drag wigs are like works of art, and that is a whole different section of wigs that I don't even have any experience with. However, they are traditionally synthetic because synthetic hair is able to be molded much better. It will retain the style a lot longer. So if you only ever want one style, for instance, a very big voluminous bob, and you want a particular color, a synthetic wig is going to last you a lot better. Fashion wigs, which is the particular segment that I'm in, are always human hair and usually come in either natural or anti-natural colors. These would be wigs that would be worn by celebrities, that would be worn by people who are looking to just change their color without the risk, or by people facing hair loss because they are a generally affordable wig style to get. These would be anywhere between 300 to 900 euros. Then we've got the luxury fashion wigs, and these would be wigs that would be crafted from usually European hair. Cini Wigs is a brand that comes to mind when we think of this. These would be wigs that are built on a slightly similar structure to my wigs, let's say, but they would be made from the most rarest hair types in the world. Because of this, they typically last a bit longer than other wigs, but they usually start around $5,000 to $6,000. Celebrities typically go for either regular fashion wigs or as the upper luxury fashion wigs. Then we've got movie wigs, and movie wigs would be some of the most expensive wigs on the market because they would be custom built onto the actors' heads. Every single time an actor or an actress requires a wig, they would go to a custom wig maker. A mold is taken off their head, factoring in the hair underneath, and then a custom wig is created based on that and then based on the role that they are going to play. Most of the wigs are actually created by this one wig retailer in London, whom I'd love to visit. He creates pretty much every single one of the television wigs that you see in every single TV show at the moment. Every single Wicked wig, he created, Downton Abbey he created, Call the Midwife he created, The Roses he created. And it's absolutely fascinating to see them come to life. Ready, but I want to watch some Grey's Anatomy because otherwise I'm just gonna have to make conversation with you, and I kind of run out of ideas after a while. That's what I thought, but don't eat it yet. Pay attention. Wig number 1 to be washed. Thank you. Surgery's a short time. Short shift. Make sure you're that unfortunately is a perfectly healthy understand. Well, third and last thing conversation. Dr. Gray and I liked it even less. When a patient refuses. How to wash a wig with 0 damage but optimal results. Medium heat, not hot, not cold. You're gonna hold your wig with your thumb pressing down on the hair parting. You're never going to let this go. Like this. Brush out your wig, and then you're going to very gently start rubbing the hair in the direction that the hair is growing. So I'm not rubbing it around, I'm just mainly guiding the product down the hair. Same on the other side. The hairline is where most gunk would be, so I'm just lightly rubbing away at that with my thumb. The hair is always facing down. Color will bleed at this point. Don't get alarmed. I like to do the inside netting of the wig as well with some circular motions and run it through the ends. Done. You're gonna rinse in the same manner, letting the water run through the ends, and you should always be able to run your hands through the wig. Ooh, pink. 1 shampoo will be enough, except if you've been wearing the wig for a very long time, or conditioner on the ends, working my way up, brushing it through. I'm still always holding the wig from the parting. This is what's preventing the wig from getting incredibly tangled. And tangling is what causes shedding. So some shedding will always occur. Wigs will lose hair because hair is fundamentally fragile. If the wig doesn't have an elastic band, I will take the 2 nape straps at the bottom, connect them, and then clip them to a drying rack. It's going to drip dry into our bucket. We're going to revisit it with some leave-in products soon, but for now I'm going to continue washing all these wigs. Sorry, I was right about everything. Common diseases, okay? Alicia Tatum is being... Don't you dare tell me what kind of photos we take. We hit a wall. I planned a number of procedures. Then I gave you that relative. So we're ready. Just page card, Alex, to drain the blood. No, this is fine. I have a just. You have a daughter. I can't. We did a series of shorter surgeries, so as long as the heart. Show me the X-ray. Oh yeah. And these. Leave-in conditioner mixed with hair oil. I did lightly towel dry these so they're not dripping wet, but I'm now just going to work the leave-in oil combo into the ends of all of my wigs so that they can rehydrate, and we're setting them up for success, because even the driest hair types can usually be revived with this method. And I'm still always keeping my thumb on the parting of the wig even now. Wet hair is always the most fragile, and that's very true for wigs as it is for real hair. So finally, I like to give everything a little scrunch because a lot of wigs have a beautiful natural curly texture. This will allow them to dry with this curly texture in mind. Setting ourselves up for success. It's the next day. Oh, these are drying beautifully. I love a freshly washed wig because they're always so soft. Like even wigs that were feeling incredibly dry now feel revived. But these are still a tiny bit damp, so I'm gonna go through and start showing you guys all the wigs that I have prepped before and in my last video. I love the setup. Oh my god, so cute. First up on the agenda, we have the gorgeous, the beautiful, the ever so sought after periwinkle. I'm sad to be parting with this wig, but at the same time, I really want to see it on someone else. This is a size medium lace front wig with an adjustable elastic band over here, obviously pre-trimmed, human hair, and custom colored on this very YouTube channel. Honestly, the color and the style and the vibe, it is a look to me. From the side, as you can see, she has a very gorgeous, like loose wave texture. I really love this kind of a texture on the wig. It's the very same texture as my wig, so it kind of gives you an idea of what it would look like on you. The back and the other side. I'm gonna name her Perry because I think there is something so absolutely gorgeous about this color. Another one direct from YouTube. Here is the natural texture and the other side. I think it's going to be really fun for anyone wanting to experiment with a shorter haircut. Keep in mind that the blonde color might be a bit warm for anyone who has a cooler skin tone. I think the purple could add a cute little change. shift, whatever you want to call it. So here you go. There's also incredibly soft, so enjoy. I'm gonna name this one Blondie. Tell me that this for some reason doesn't give you brats. This is a size small to medium, and it could be great for anyone who wants to explore a blonde look without committing to the blonde look. This wig has been used so much, like I genuinely wore it a lot. So the hair is starting to be on the drier side, but as you can see, it still has a really gorgeous curly texture. Most human hair wigs do have that, and it's still a really gorgeous color. So if you're looking for a medium golden blonde 16-inch wig, this one's for you. I am going to name this one Brats. Another one from the blonde collection. This is one that I attached little snap clips to the inside. So if you're looking for a glueless option that you can literally clip into your existing hairline, this is the one for you. And it is a really lovely 22-inch wig, once again in this most gorgeous curl pattern. Very similar hair color to the last one we just saw. It is just a tiny bit longer, and snap clips added on the inside. It does still have the lightest pink patches on the inside because I'm pretty sure this was once pink, but now it is blonde. Here she is from the front. Really lovely if you're looking for a cheaper blonde alternative. Again, I've had this for quite a few years. I have used this quite a few times. So blushing blonde because she's got a tiny bit of pink left. It's cute. I like her. Oh my god, you guys, who remembers this one? This is when I was teaching you guys how to bleach a money piece onto dark hair. Everyone called me out because it was a wig, and then I dyed it green. So here she is, lace front wig, size small to medium with custom money piece attached into it. Beautiful 20-inch wig, and it's got this lovely natural wave all over with the exception of here being green wave. It's a tiny bit frizzy, but she's got potential and she's human hair, so you can style it however you want. It's giving a tiny bit like Cruella vibes. Here she's from the front. You can highlight just the green. Oh, I'm not sure in what instance anyone would require a money pieced black wig with green front, but you know, if you want it, here she is. I want to name her Cruella, even though it's a green money piece and not white, but you get it. The only reason I am parting with this wig is because I feel like I've now created a better version of it for my own brand, because otherwise this is still so beyond gorgeous. I've had this for years, but the curl pattern is stunning. The inside is gorgeous, obviously, and the hair is still so healthy. I did also attempt not bleaching on this, so it's going to be a tiny bit more realistic when wearing it. This is literally Mother Gothel from Tangled. Look at it. Rapunzel, baby. It is 200% density, still got so much life left in it, and it's got the most gorgeous layered cut plus bangs. This a super fun wig to wear. Boom. Electric blue 16-inch wig, and it is entirely full lace, meaning every single one of the hairs is individually knotted onto it. I was just never a fan of how costumey it looked despite being full lace and entirely human hair. It is a size large, however, so take it as you please. The front. Wait, it also has a tiny bit of a weird haircut. I can't remember if I ended up cutting it or if this is how it came. It's got just layers kind of in the back, but also not really on the side. So I think it's got potential. Anyways, she's going to be on Depop under the name Electric. So if you want her, she's now yours. Bye! Brand new synthetic wigs. And if you want them. You just can't really do much with them because they cannot really tolerate too much heat. But if you're into drag, or you want to just get into wigs for cheap, this is her. Rosie. Oh no, she could be a Rosie. She is, however, brand new. I've never worn her. This, I think, could be someone's dream wig. This is a medium-sized lace front human hair wig that was custom colored to this gorgeous bubblegum pink hair, paired with realistic, gorgeous, natural pink roots. It is a size large, so you're going to need to get a bit creative when wearing it if you have a smaller head size. If you have more hair or if you have a larger head in general, this might be perfect for you. I did love wearing this wig. 12 inches, super thick, and the most gorgeous wave pattern. This was a sample that I had ordered when I was still testing out different suppliers. As you can see, the color is absolutely spectacular, except for some reason they only added roots to the top and nowhere else. So if you're planning on getting it, just know that everywhere else there's no roots, but on the top there's roots. A lace front medium to large size wig. It has the adjustable elastic band. Here is how it looks. Actually, this might be a size medium. Never mind, guys, it's size medium because it is actually pretty tight over here. Here's how she is from the front. It does have a tiny bit of lighter layers at the front of the head as well as the back. I'm gonna call her Lexi. Oh my god! Bye! Say bye-bye to all of these. Now that I got most of those done, I'm actually going to shape all of the wigs that I washed yesterday. Here's what I do. I'm literally just going to re-wet the top half of. The reason I don't like to move this straight away onto the mannequin heads right after washing is because I do not want to wet these canvas mannequin heads too much. The inside of the wig at this point is dry, and we're just lightly going to wet the outside of the wig, so we're not potentially going to cause mold growth in my studio. This one has slight bangs, so I'm literally just going to wet the front area, and I'm just going to drive the bangs down and to the side. What this does is this literally reshapes the bangs into a curtain wave formation without ever having to touch a hot tool. Bangs. This one's a bit wonky. Fear not, we're gonna fix. Boom, there. Now it looks a tiny bit better with no heat or damage. Damn. This wig has been glued to my head for 7 days, can you tell? It's still holding up, and it's all because of my wig glue. Did you guys know I had a wig glue? I made a wig glue, and it makes wigs really durable. Anyways, here are all the wigs I'm gonna be selling secondhand for anyone who is looking to get into wigs at a cheaper and more affordable way. We have Patricia. She is a size large lace front rooted human hair wig. The color at the top actually isn't a natural black. It's more like a very deep berry color, which makes for it to look a tiny bit interesting. I'm selling it because I think I can color a better wig, because this up here is so long and the red is a tiny bit faded, but otherwise it is still in relatively good condition. It is full human hair. It is a transparent lace, meaning it is a tiny bit more visible, but it still can give a super realistic effect with just a bit of TLC. Here's how it looks from the front and from the side again. Hi Patricia, I hope you have fun in your new house. And next on our list is Daphne. Haha! This is how it looks on the inside. It is pretty short. It is probably not longer than 16 inches. For how much it was used and the nature of the wig itself, it's actually still holding up pretty well. And from the side again. The color has faded a tiny bit so that it's not so much rose gold as it is like rose gold copper, so don't be alarmed. It still has a bit of life in it, and I think if you want to get into wigs with something a bit natural but also a tiny bit on the more adventurous side, I think this could be a really, really good option. It's also not like crazy long. So Daphne, 16 inches, human hair, wavy. What more do you want? I'm gonna call this one Eilish. I colored this wig specifically to go to a Billie Eilish concert. Let me get into the story of this wig. Full lace, means it's got an elastic band that I sewed into it because it's got absolutely no size adjuster. So this wig is going to fit a tiny bit looser on your head. There's a bit of volume up here. It makes it a tiny bit less natural, but super fun, straight cut, no layers, human hair, full lace. What more could you want? This is it from the side. This is it from the back. Yes, the green continues all the way around, which I actually really like. And from the side again. Boom. You want a bit of a Billie Eilish look, but still keeping it pretty natural? Eilish, she's the one for you. This color is amazing. In the back, I did wear this once in my life for an event, and I actually really liked it because it was a color unlike anything I've ever worn before. So if you're looking to kind of make a statement, this is great. Front, side, it's a bit layered in the back, and it would also probably look pretty good with some bangs cut into it, but I'm gonna leave that up to you. Obviously human hair. This one's a bit coarse. I'm not exactly sure what this is made of. It doesn't necessarily feel like human hair, but it's not synthetic. So take it however that is. It's got probably one of the nicest shades of wine red ever, because it's not that standard red color. It is more on the pinky side, which I actually adore. So it's still got tons of potential to wear. Now, despite it being made from whatever hair, this actually still has so much potential, and it looks so goddamn cute. Like, I remember when I wore this actually got me so many compliments, like literally so many compliments. I really loved it. So if you want it, she's yours. Bye, Rosie. We have a brand new synthetic wig. This actually got so many compliments from people actively visiting my salon because the color is actually fantastic. Like, this is a beautiful synthetic wig. It is just not something that I would ever use because I'm not a fan of synthetic wigs, but if you want a brand new synthetic wig in this exact colorway, it's gonna be available for you right now. It is obviously transparent lace. The lace is still intact, so I'm gonna leave it for you as is. It doesn't come with elastic band, but it does have these nape straps, so you can adjust it as is. It is insanely long. Like, I don't even know if it's actually showing on the camera. Like, look how long it actually is. I'm fairly sure this is around 22, if not 24 inches of hair, and probably one of the most interesting colorways ever. I'm gonna name her Mocha. Here she is from side. Very cute from the back, I promise. See? A bit of that anime vibe. So I'm gonna leave it up to you guys, whether you guys want her or not. I do think it's got potential. Like, it's actually a vibrant color and the hair is of amazing quality. You're welcome. I'm gonna name this one literally Red because it's fitting, and it's a short pixie. What? And the final wig in this sale period, standard jet black. I'm gonna call her Judith. It is a transparent lace 18-inch 180% density wig. It doesn't come with an elastic band, but it does come with nape adjusters, and you can see where I cut small slits to accommodate my ears. I think I found a better wig from my collection, but it is a really good one for anyone looking for an all-natural black wig. This is it from the back. Boom. Ready to go for anyone who wants a more natural wig. Thank you. Every single one of my wigs is now available on my Depop for anyone who is looking to get into their wig game, who already has wigs but wants something a bit more affordable, or simply wants to get one of my wigs. A lot of these wigs have been ones that have built up my career and I have worn for many of the most momentous occasions of my life. So they are pretty sentimental. At the same time, I want to make space for new wigs. I want to see what I've learned with all of these. My own wig skills have gotten much better, which is why a lot of these were more of project wigs, but I do think they've got quite a bit of life left in them still. Previous wig selling video, so I promised that I was going to let go of my coral wig, not for sale, but as a giveaway to one of you guys. That wig has been probably one of my proudest wig creations ever. I fell in love with the color, and I do think it deserves to go to someone who loves colors as much as I do, because it brought me so much joy in my career and in my extensive wig wearing journey. You guys left so many comments on my videos. I was going to pick one based on who gave the best, most sentimental, most valid reason for wanting it. Turns out so many of you love wigs. I do think that this wig deserves to go to someone incredible. Your comment hit a tiny bit harder than everyone else. Please get in touch with me on this email and I'm going to ship this wig out to you ASAP. But because you guys actually really love my giveaway content so much and I have so much still left to give, I am going to do a second giveaway, this time being my synthetic wig, Mocha. I know I'm an avid human hair wearer, but so many of you guys are obsessed with synthetic, and this wig in particular has gotten so many compliments that I feel it is only fair for someone to get it completely for free to start their synthetic wig journey. This wig is brand new, never been worn before, it never has any experience in the world, so this is literally going to be your prime wig. If you want this wig, if you have been obsessing over a particular color or a synthetic wig style that you want to get into, comment down below once more what you want to do with the Mocha wig, and the giveaway is going to be picked in one of my next videos. As always, thank you guys so much for all of the support that you have for all of my videos. If you want to buy every single one of my wigs or even one of my brand new wigs, I'm going to link them down below, both on Depop and on stellarihair.com. And if you want to find a really good way to glue your wig downs, this thing is literally waterproof, sweatproof, humidity proof. It is non-allergenic and it does not cause any irritation. This thing has been on my head for 7 days now. Literally, I've gone to Milan with it. I've come back, I've slept in it, showered in it, whatever you want to call it. I got soaked in it in the rain and it is still on. So if you want to glue your wigs down the best way, this, but make sure to get the glue remover as well, because it's super hardcore and you're going to rip out your hair otherwise. So get Silk Release, the glue remover, with it. Bye!